Right, I've drewed some stuff on, some hills and a bit of a wall. There's going to be a bit of a little pond in there. Right, let's just get some water on. I think I'll just go right through today. I want plenty in there where that pond is. Go right through lock today. That'll do. Right, now then, let's get some creamy colour in here. Right, there's quite a bit in there. Tiny bit up there, but not much. I think that's enough. Right, so that's that. Then some cerulean blue, a little bit of cerulean blue. Same again, probably. I think there's a little bit in there, and a few bits through there, about like that. I think there is a few bits in there, something like that. That'll do. Right, then there's some dark bluey clads through here. Some really dark stuff this is. It's right through here, coming down there like that. There's a couple of little bits in there, a few bits through there, something like that, and that's about it. Right, I think what I'm going to do, pick this up and just swirl it about a bit. So I like going that way a bit. In fact, let's turn it upside down. What I'll do, got a bit AWOL, hasn't it? We're dripping everywhere. So I think what I'll do is get some of this cream stuff back on my brush and just come across and pull some of them bits out there. With a bit of that creamy stuff like that. Look, I'll have a bit more in there. Something about that. But then I don't want that going crackers either. Right, so I'm just going to drip this about a bit now. Let it do its thing a bit. There we are. And just chill out while we do this. Tell you a little story while this is dripping its then about me and Doofus. Let's stand that up like that. I'll tell you a little story. Yeah, me and Doofus, we took Esmeralda and Donna Kebab out for some lunch yesterday. Me and Doofus got this idea. Says, right, let's take zone sandwiches, save a bit of money. So we'll treat Esmeralda and Donna Kebab to some lunch, but we'll take his own, save a bit of money. Well, anyway, landlady comes in, doesn't she? She's not really too impressed with this idea. She says, you can't eat your own sandwiches in here. It wasn't really a problem. Me and Doofus just swapped sandwiches. Sound, no problem at all. So, right, that now, it's looking not too bad. I'm just going to get that bit there to drip down a bit, tiny bit more, and then I'm going to tip it. In fact, I'm going to dry that little bit up, that top bit there, I think. Shall I? Now, let's tip it that way now, and then dry it slowly. Nice slow dry, so I'm not pushing the paint everywhere. That's probably enough to hold it in place. That'll do. So you can see this some nice cerulean blue, little tiny bits in there, and then this nice cream colour, and then this thick purpley clad colour in there. That looks pretty nice. I wished I'd got a little bit more cerulean blue left in, but dripped about slightly too much. Perhaps my paper was slightly too wet, but not to worry, don't worry. Right, so now I'm going to mix some of this, the cream colour what I put in. I'm mixing that in now with this purpley colour what I've mixed up. Then I'm going to come in and just sort of get these background hills in. So I use a bit of that and I'll change it a bit, put a bit more of that cream in. To add more of that cream in there just to change it a bit down to here. I'll not go through the other hill. I'll just come down into there to add more of that purple in. There, take the puddle. I don't really want the puddle in there. That's that. I'll dab that puddle out in a minute. Same on here. Just tiny. Oh, that's a lovely colour. Add a tiny bit more of that bluey purple into it. That's perfect. There. I'm just going to get my cloth and just take out that puddle there, and this puddle here. I could mist a bit at the bottom. Would look okay. Let's try it. Just a tiny bit of mist in bottom there, look like that. And a bit in there like that. Tiny bit of mist in bottom. That looks quite nice, doesn't it? There. That's that. That's done. In fact, if I miss that bottom a bit more, it'll dry it for me. Then I can come straight in, not messing about with hairdryer. So that'll kill 2 birds with 1 stone. Right, that's that. Closer hills. This one now. I'm going to use that same colour. The purples. Where's this purple? This purple colour. Some of that in. Just like that. Get some water in because I do want soft edges. A bit of water around that. That's it. That's my purples. And then I'll stick some of this cream colour into it. That'll hopefully get me a nice... In fact, yeah, let's do that. Cover the whole thing with them 2 colours, I think. Take it down to the line there. Try not to go over it. That's it. Stick a bit more of that purple colour in, I think. Tiny bit more. Purplish blue colour. There, tiny. Few tiny extra bits in there, that's nice. And then what I'm going to do, rinse my brush off and come in with some bit of green. Not too much, just a little bit. Quite a sort of light creamy green. Probably a bit more on these top bits than anywhere else. Just that creamy green in there. That's it. Into there like that. I think that's pretty good. And then I'm still going to mist out this bottom bit a bit, because it gets rid of that puddle for me. It gives me a nice effect. So if I mist that out a bit, that's not bad, is it? There, nice little misty effect in there. There, lovely. Got a blob of air what's fell off my brush into my palette and then gone onto there. Right, looking at that, I might put another wash on top of that when it's dried. Might do. I'll see when I finish. I'll keep going and see what it looks like when I'm finished. It looks like it might be slightly too faint. Well, shall I just tell you what? Let's just put some more in there. May as well. So, a tiny bit more of that green colour that can go in there. Yeah, let's build it up a bit now. Wet. Tiny bit more of that in there. It's nice. Then into a bit more of this cream colour. Looking nice as well. That's a lovely colour. That's it. And then I'll just add, I've not even washed my brush, just dab that into some of that purplish greyish colour. Just add a bit of that in. There, that'll do me. That looks quite nice. And then again, dab for a bit of mist. A bit of mist in bottom there. That there, I will pick that out, but I'll wait till it's dry. By misting this in bottom, like I say, it means I ain't got to mess about with my hairdryer, I can come straight in then, because this bottom tiny bit's dry and it gives me that nice mist. So it throws it back a bit, but see how that's in front of that now? That's what you want. Right, this one's even brighter green now, so I think I've got just the colour for this. Let's start with brightest colour first. So there's some quite bright in there, like, sorry, I'm not camera. Some quite bright in there like that. Dee dee dee, coming down like that, across there like that, and then some slightly duller stuff in here now. Slightly, just mix it up and running out to duller green there, a bit duller green there. Well, this bottom bit. That's just all I've done. Added a tiny bit of red in to dull it. That red will always dull your green. If you put too much in, it'll cancel your green out and get rid of it altogether. Same again, I think. Oh, actually, no. Looking at it, there's some bushes in here, a few bushes and stuff around the bottom of there. So we'll pop them in, and they're quite a dark colour. So I'm going to mix in yellow and blue. One will put some Burnt Umber in, and I'm more blue than yellow, so it's quite a dark colour. Then whack a bit of Burnt Umber in to really dull it. Get a really dull dark green. This is looking good. Oh, that's nice, I think. So let's come in there with that. I'll do this while it's wet. Get a nice wet greeny colour. Let's see in there. Some of that purplish colour in sky, what I'd mixed. Dipped a little bit of that into it and all. For the bottom bit. Now, this bit up at the top. There's a bit here on this top bit here. Some little bits in there as well. Now these ones sort of climbing up, but there's a few sort of climbing up there a bit. But there's some much lighter green mixed in with that, so that's around there like that. They're sort of just going over the edge of there like that, and they are a lighter green. And they're just climbing up there like that. And then let's mix some more even lighter green. There's a few bits just climbing about in there like that. Something like that. Climbing up there. Stick a bit of this lighter green in tops of some of this, I think. Oh, that's that. I'll let that dry a bit, and I might dab it a bit to soften it when it's dried a bit. I'll leave it for a few minutes. Right, I'll come in here now for this bit. This is quite a light green, really. Let's have a look. Put quite a bit of yellow. Here on my brush, quite a bit of yellow into that to lighten it. I just basically put some yellow back into that colour there to lighten it through. This is a little bit closer than that one. I'm not going to go through that. Oh, I have gone through that, but I didn't mean to. That's my wall. That's that there. And then in there, same again. There's some dark green stuff about there, just chopping in. Some extra dark in there. That's it. Just chopping into there like that. That's that one done. I tell you what I forgot to do. This bit of water in there. Let's squeeze my brush out, pop that bit of water in. I want that in. So there's a nice bit of cerulean blue in there. It's going to be quite light, same as my sky. Bit of cerulean blue in there. That's it, like that. And then that dark purplish colour. What we use, bluish purplish colour. Some of that in there as well. That's it. And that's my lake, my little lake puddle. Not really a lake, is it? My little puddle. or little pond. Right, just looking. I'll do it later. I'm going to put this wall in, but probably need to give this a dab first. Right, in fact, let's do that now. Where's my dabber? Get me dabber. I'll dab bottom of this because I don't want that puddle there. So I'll dab that. I'll mist slightly this at the bottom, just a tiny little bit like that. Look, tiny bit of mist in there. And same with this bit here. I'll mist a bit out and soften it. Nice. That could do it. That's it. Some of this could do with that softer sort of. Looks a bit better anyway. Oh, that's better like that. Just slightly softer. These bushes on top, I could make them look more bushier by perhaps dabbing them. That looks nice, doesn't it? A bit of texture in there. That's it. And now, this will not run. It's getting a bit more texture. Smudged it round a bit. I like that. Them colours underneath aren't going to budge because they're bone dry. That's what I want. Right. Now then, I think now we want some. Squeeze that out there. I think now I want some nice bright greens now. So let's make a nice mix of some nice bright greens. So a lot of yellow, a tiny bit of blue. Use whatever blue you've got. Don't worry too much. But nice bit of cerulean blue gives you a really bright, lovely yellow. But whatever you've got, whatever blue you used in your sky, use that. Because then your picture will hold together much better if you do that. And this, I'll tell you what, I don't like that. The marks in there, don't like them. Might get rid of them in a bit. Right, I'll come straight through here. I've got to make a decision now. There's a bit of a hump here. Do I make it light against dark or dark against light? I think actually I'm going to put some grasses in and make it dark against light. So that means I can just paint straight through it. To there. There. Nice. That's it. That's that. I want that edge back, and that's light against dark, so that's going to be a pain. I forgot that when I was dabbing, but there's always a way to rescue these things, so don't worry. Right, so that's that wall. Let's get this wall in now then. Right, I think some of this, clean my brush, let's get some of this cerulean blue on my brush, and thin colour, so I'll whack a bit of that in, like that. That's plenty, and then some of that purplish blue colour. That's nice. Whack a bit of that in. Like that. That's nice. I'm going to stick some Payne's Grey in. I've not washed my brush, just mix them colours, what's already on, into some Payne's Grey. Stick a bit of that in as well. That's going to go in right on that bottom bit there. That's not bad. I think that will look like a wall. Right. I will wash my brush now. Get some more yellow on my brush. Just come back in, and this will be good because it'll soften the two in together and give me a nice edge on there. In fact, let's go through there because I want to get rid of that edge in a bit. Through there, through here. Look at that, it's all blended in nicely there. That's it. Leave some bit of brushwork showing, and then I've got a nice soft edge across that bottom. What could be a bit of shadow or whatever. Quite like that. Which way is my light coming in on this? I can bear. Looks like it's coming in that way. I could pop a couple of scratches. Oh yeah, lovely. That's just scratching in. Look. Don't do this while it's too wet, else it won't scratch in. But that look, give me a bit of texture. You could use your fingernail for this. Oh, a knife out of kitchen drawer. Just give me a bit of texture on that wall. Look. There you are. That's in it. Right, that's that done. Shall we have a complete dry? Let's say a big dry now of the whole thing. This is where you tie it all in together. That bit were annoying me, that bit of fluff. There's a lump there, get rid of that. There, there's a little bit of a hair there, get rid of that. Right, now, there's a hair there, get rid of that. And get all these little bits of dust and rubbish off once you've done all that. Right, now then, just looking at this, now, I wonder if, where's me? I'm going to have a go at this. I don't think it's going to work. I'm going to try to take out some of this stuff here. Oh, it is working, is it? Or is it just taking the green out? If I can get that line back there. It is damaging my paper slightly, but not too much, so it's okay. Oh, that's not bad at all, that. Take that out there. At that. That's quite nice. I wonder if I put a bit of yellow back in and that'll help cover it up a bit. I use this stiffer brush rather than my height brush because the stiffer bristles is better just for washing the colour back out, and that's what I've done. I've washed it out and then across here. There, that's even giving me a bit of texture in there. Look at that, that's lovely. These little dots there, they're where the paper's a little bit damaged, but I'll, same as I did when I dried it, I'll blow them off. Right, this bit here is a bit too dark as well, so seems as that worked, I'll do the same thing in here and just wash a bit off. I'll bring that down into them trees there, making of that colour. Bring that down into them there, to there. The trees can have that. I think I might even give that one a dab. There, take it back a little bit whiter. Is that enough? Yeah, I think that'll do. And then just pop in a little bit of nice bright yellow to brighten that up a bit. Oh, that's nice. Just to take that a bit brighter. Lovely jubbly. I'll go right through them bits of trees there. Yeah, there is some. Not very strong, them trees, so I'm going to pop them back in again as well if I can. Just a few trees and that in there, won't there? Yeah, well, pop them back in. So you can just, that's nice in it there, lovely jubbly, I like that. So that's that done. Right, I think, let's get a little tiny brush, that one will do. Some runny, inky type paint. Let's try this, see what this one's bad. I'm just going to pop in some little low lights in here. So these will be the little bits in between the rocks and stuff. Just some little low lights. I'll not re-dip my brush, and then as I go back, it'll get fainter what would happen as you'd get further back. You'd see it less. So that's like my little, that looks like a rock wall now. That's that. Wash that brush, stick that right road again. Right, all I need now is there's some long grasses in here, so there's not much light colour in it. I'll pop a couple bits in. There's some bits in here, some lighter colours in there like that. Mostly darker colours in there. There's quite a few quite greyish colours in here. Let's get some of them mixed up. Like creamy colours, sorry. So I'll mix a bit of red and yellow, and that'll give me a bit of a sort of bright orange colour, and I'm just going to stick in a couple of bits of that, and then I'm going to mix up a tiny bit of burnt umber in to dull it. Let's try that, that's better. Mix some of them in as well. Some of them right down here. A couple of bits there. Right, and then into a green. This is like quite a sort of mucky green, bit of red, blue, bit of burnt umber. Stick a bit of Payne's grey if you want, mucky it up a bit. There's quite a bit of that in there as well. Just in and around these bits here. And down there, little bits. Into some of these. There's a little patch here of stuff. Oh, there's plenty of stuff in here. Back to some lighter colours. Into there, that's it. We're nearly done. A few lighter colours around here. There's some up there. Just went up at the top of that there. A few down there. Oh, there's definitely some in there. That's it. There's a few of them creamy colours. Let's mix a bit of red in with that and grab that cream colour back. There's quite a few of them in there as well. Some of that in there. That's about it. Oh, let's expect a tiny bit more greeny colours. Green, nice. Green is a tiny bit more just in there, like that, just across all these bits here, there. Something about like that. And then I'm going to dab some of them to soften them down a bit. Them ones there, definitely. Them there. They're not too bad. In fact, them there, I just dampen over that. Soften all that. That one's a slight bit further back. So I'll just soften that. See, if you're going a bit too strong, sometimes it's hard to get in light. So if you're going a bit too strong anyway, that's a brilliant technique. Just to soften it back a bit. On the bottom, look, you can do this. You can soften in a bit like that on the bottom bits. A bit of that with your brush. And then you can use some of them colours across there. Soften some of the top bits if you want. Well, soften some of these in, alright. Do whatever you want, whatever you... See, the best thing to do is hold your brush back like that at this stage. And then you can sit right back and you can see exactly what you're doing. So you know exactly where you might want to soften and where not to. And that's a brilliant way to do it. Like this bit, these bits in here. So I've got my brush right at the end. I'm sat right back far away from my picture. And I can see exactly what I'm doing now. Because I'm sat far enough back. And I can soften out any bits that I want. Leaving any bits. So there's a bit of a contrast between the soft bits and the harder bits. There we are. There. I'd say we're about right at that. Let some of these bits soften off a little bit more. Tell you what I'm going to do. From sat back here I can see it. Don't mind if some of that green runs in, actually it gives me a bit of a reflection just in there. I'm going to just pop in a tiny bit more of that cloudy sort of colour in there. Oh, that's better. That's it, that's nice. Right. I'm going to give that a big dry now. these bits out now. When we took just, I don't know why women do this. It's not just Donna and Esmeralda. It's all women, right? Well, not all women. A lot of women. Don't know why they do this. We took Donna kebab and Esmeralda out yesterday for lunch, right? Both of them sat there, right, before they went out, shaved their eyebrows off, drew them back on with a pencil. What is that all about? A bloke would never do that. Yet a bloke could never have a shave and then draw it back on with a biro or something. It's a woman thing. Just seems... I don't know. You can't work a woman's brain out, I don't think. Not that I'm being sexist or out, I just can't work out why they draw eyebrows on after they just plucked them off. There we are, by a day, a Bertie day. Jobs are good, and there we are. That's a nice little painting there. If you want, you could stick a little waterline in there, if I want. Where's my little flat brush? I could do that. A little waterline, why not? Let's stick a little waterline in. If you're on proper watercolour paper, you can just rub it back, like rub on it and dab it with a cloth, and that'll take it back to white paper. But on this cartridge paper, is it cartridge paper? Yeah. I'll find it easier just to stick in a bit of designer's white gouch. There we are, that's it, done. I'll see you on beach tomorrow. In it, Boom Shangri-La.